Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Mr. President of the Human Rights Council, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be here today, and I congratulate Ambassador Omar Zneiber on assuming the presidency of the Council. Mr. President, as we commemorate the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the cornerstone document that enshrines the principles of human rights we strive to uphold and protect, I cannot help but question if we are applying these principles to all. There is a growing condemnation around the world that human rights principles apply to some, but not to others. That some people are seen as deserving of protection, freedom, self-determination, but others are not. I say this as hundreds of thousands of children in Rafah are facing the looming threat of annihilation, and hundreds of thousands more are starving to death in the north of Gaza. What is happening today in Gaza is nothing short of a genocidal war. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, while the world focuses on Gaza, rightly so, the situation in the West Bank is quickly deteriorating. Even before October 7th, the year 2023 was already the deadliest year for civilians in the West Bank since OCHA started reporting casualties in 2005. And now, Israel has intensified its military assault, killing close to 400 people. I repeat, that is in the West Bank. And as we approach the holy month of Ramadan, I must once again express condemnation and caution against Israeli incursions into Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem and assaults on worshippers, which we have seen increase over the past years, especially during this blessed month. These egregious acts of violence constitute a provocation to more than 2 billion Muslims around the world, and a flagrant violation of international law. We must stand firm and resolute against the flagrant breaches of international humanitarian law that have led to the collective punishment of the Palestinian civilian population that was already living hell on earth under an apartheid regime long before October 7th. This starts by demanding an immediate ceasefire to hostilities in Gaza, highlighting the Security Council's recent failure to pass a ceasefire resolution, the third since October 7th and the 45th in its recent history in relation to the Palestinian question. And ironically enough, even those resolutions that have not been vetoed and that have been adopted, including most recently Resolution 2720, demanding the unhindered delivery of humanitarian assistance to civilians in Gaza, even those have largely been ignored by Israel. Now, sponsoring this Israeli exceptionalism above international law by some global powers should stop. Mr. President, we must not neglect to recall and address some of the most dire humanitarian crises around the world. In Sudan, close to 14,000 people have been killed and over 8 million have been displaced. The situation has caused widespread violence, atrocities, and mass displacement, impacting especially women, as more than 4 million women in Sudan right now face the risk of gender-based violence. This crisis in Sudan underlines the urgent need for a coordinated international response and a political solution immediately to prevent further atrocities in Sudan itself, as well as broader regional destabilization. Regarding Syria, Qatar advocates for unified efforts to address this crisis, which remains the world's largest displacement challenge, with over 12 million Syrians displaced. This includes ending the suffering of the Syrian people, fulfilling their legitimate aspirations, facilitating the safe and dignified return of Syrian refugees, and preserving Syria's unity and territorial integrity. Despite various international efforts, the plight of the Syrian people continues to be of grave concern. Furthermore, we cannot ignore the ongoing violations and atrocities against the Rohingya. It is time for the international community to mobilize, ensure that justice is served, and protect the Rohingya from the decades of discrimination and repression they have faced. Finally, I reaffirm the State of Qatar's dedication to the ongoing cooperation with this Council as we aspire to extend our Council membership for the period 2025-2027. Qatar is eager to continue its role in upholding and protecting human rights principles for all. Thank you very much.